The Cardinal ONAIYEKAN Foundation for Peace has organized a one-day capacity building training on ending violence against children. The capacity building, which was meant to address the menace of violence against children, had in attendance teachers and parents from different schools within Abuja. Citizen News was also present.
Gathered in this hall are teachers, parents and caregivers from various schools within the FCT Abuja. They are here for this one-day training workshop on ending violence and abuse against children. The director of Cardinal ONAIYEKAN Foundation for Peace, COFP, Reverend Sister Agatha Chikelue, who was represented by the Deputy Director, Reverend Father Boniface Nebo, in his remarks gave the essence of the workshop.
The aim of this workshop is very clear: to equip you, our teachers, caregivers, Islamia teachers, and Sunday school instructors with the requisite knowledge and skills as well as practical tools necessary to recognize, prevent, and address all forms of violence against children. This includes physical, emotional, psychological, and even sexual abuses, as well as neglect and exploitation of any form. Fundamentally, why now? Why do we have to keep doing this? According to the United Nations, more than 1 billion children globally experience violence annually. And these figures are increasing.
Teachers and parents are not helping us. Mention it, that vagina that you are seeing, it's no go area. Don't say my pee-pee, there's nothing like pee-pee. Tell her the truth. Tell her what it is. Your penis is your private part. So that the children grow up and they are fused into those informations. They are fused into those knowledge. Rape is now everywhere. As I speak to you, we have a case. I won't mention the school, but it's a true case. Teacher slept with this one. He refused to sleep with the other one, and he chose the other one. That one went to report to her friend that the teacher chose this one. How dare him? I will deal with him. Are you hearing case? And you think these children don't know anything? You look at them and what they know, if you open their books, it's beyond us. NAFTIP is saying no, please, everybody's hand should be on deck. Everybody, please, wake up. Please, be with us in this matter. We want you to fight this human trafficking issue with us.
At the end of this workshop, participants are expected to step down this knowledge to other teachers, caregivers, and parents on how to curb the menace of violence and abuse against children.
No teacher should try to talk to a child even out of anger. You know that teachers, you are like parents. Your mouth, if you are a good teacher, if you are really out to be a good teacher, there's some power in the tongue, you know that. So that you don't end up a child that is given to you to care for. You don't end up destroying that child's life with your mouth.
Participants at the one-day seminar believe that for the society to get rid of violence and abuse against children, the government, individuals, and civil society organizations must continue to create awareness and strengthen laws that prohibit violence and abuse against children.
So what we are trying to do is to create awareness, to sensitize teachers, caregivers, parents, especially those that work in institutions where there are children. Some of these people, instead of taking care of these children, they abuse them. The government has a role to play because they provide the regulation, they provide the enabling environment to fight this battle. So what we are trying to do is to see how we can collaborate with government, collaborate with other NGOs, with other MDAs who are fighting the same cause, to make sure that the right of children are protected, the right of, even because these days not only children are abused, okay, I've seen adult abuse as well. So any form of violence, that is what we are working against. So government must, have the political will to fight this battle. Government must show that concern and provide the enabling environment.
What I've learned from here today is how serious violence against children is. I never knew there's an organization that takes it to heart to really handle this kind of situation. Because personally, we see things around like this in the society. We just handle it in our own level in the society. I never knew there are offices that we can report them to and action can be taken and cases can be solved. And as I'm going back to school, I'm going to talk to my teachers, talk to my students. Really, I've gotten so much training here that giving me insight on how to note detect children that have been violated either by their parents, or by neighbors or adults in the society or in the environment where they found themselves.
I hope to take on something back to my students and to my school. Back to my student and back to my school. The program having here is very interesting, and there are a lot the school can gain from, and the children can also gain from. The children of government day secondary school in Pape. They should have time for their children. They should have time for their children. And if they discover anything strange about their children, they should always ask questions.
The thing about violence against children is that it happens every day, even sometimes or in most cases by people well known to these children. And the effects can be life-lasting or lifelong. So it's good to end it because the child who is abused today may not recover from it or may see it as a normal thing, and the cycle of abuse will continue from that child into his generation and society.
In Abuja, Tony Abba, CTV News.